The story begins in a lifeless desert area of Texas, where the sheriff talks about his experiences and how the world has become more violent and unpredictable. Against the backdrop of these reflections, the main action unfolds. The first key figure is Anton, a mysterious and dangerous man with an impassive expression. He takes the life of the policeman who detained him using handcuffs and takes the patrol car. Soon Shiger is driving down the road and stops near the driver of another car. Using a special device, he stabs the man and takes his car. He acts with incredible cold blood. Meanwhile, another man, Llewellyn, is hunting antelope in the desert. He accidentally finds the scene of the shooting. Several wrecked cars with people around them and a truck with substances nearby. Inspecting the place, Llewellyn finds a badly wounded man begging for water. Moss does not help him immediately, but continues his investigation. Eventually, he finds a suitcase with over $2 million in cash. Llewellyn decides to take the money even though he realizes it could be dangerous. He returns home, but at night he is plagued by a guilty conscience about leaving an injured man without help. He decides to return with water, but finds that the man has already passed away and someone has arrived at the scene of the shooting. Now Moss himself finds himself in danger and must flee. From this point on, the chase begins. Shiger goes in search of the suitcase with the money and, using a radio transmitter embedded in one of the bundles of bills, tracks down Llewellyn. At the same time, other criminals start looking for Llewellyn, as well as a local sheriff named Bell, who is trying to figure out what is going on. Shiger is ruthless in his methods. He eliminates people who disturb him or pose a threat. Using his special device, he destroys locks on doors and silently enters houses. His manner of communication is always cold-blooded. He never shows any emotion other than indifference. In one scene, he forces a roadside store owner to flip a coin, and his life depends on how the coin falls. Moss, realizing that he is being hunted, decides to hide in a motel. He cleverly hides the money in the room's ventilation, hoping that this way he can avoid detection. However, Shiger soon discovers his location and ambushes him. Moss manages to escape death, but in the process he is severely wounded. He crosses the border into Mexico, where a group of musicians find him and help him by giving him their shirt and calling for help. Shiger follows his principles and ruthlessly eliminates anyone who gets in his way. He doesn't even hesitate before dealing with his employer who sent him to find the suitcase. In his world, there is no room for pity or sympathy, only cold calculation. It is important to note that Shiger has his own peculiar philosophy based on chance. He often resorts to flipping a coin to decide a person's fate, but he considers himself only the executor of fate, not its creator. Meanwhile, Llewellyn tries to contact his wife Carla Jean, warning her that she too may be in danger. He promises her that he will try to deal with the situation and return. Llewellyn hides in various places, but the pursuit does not stop. He does not give up, despite all the difficulties and injuries, hoping that he can escape and start a new life with money. Sheriff Bell, an old and wise man, watches this bloody chaos and reflects on how the world around him has changed. He finds it hard to understand this new reality where brutality and violence have become commonplace. He wants to save Llewellyn, but realizes that it may be too late. The ending of the movie comes unexpectedly and tragically. Llewellyn, despite his best efforts, fails to escape his fate. He is found in a motel with no signs of life, and Sheriff Bell arrives too late to make a difference. Shiger is still alive, however, and he visits Llewellyn's wife Carla Jean. She refuses to play his coin game, stating that it is up to Shiger to decide on her life. Despite her refusal, the viewer realizes that her fate is sealed. Shiger leaves home and is soon involved in a car accident. He is badly injured but still leaves the scene, leaving behind another wave of destruction. Sheriff Bell talks about his dreams in which he sees his late father. These dreams reflect his weariness with the world and his desire for peace. Bell realizes that he cannot control this new world and feels helpless in the face of evil like Shiger. The movie ends on this sad note, leaving the viewer with a sense of the inevitability of fate and the pointlessness of human efforts against it.